Hey guys, we've been getting lots of questions about the Ozito Power Xchange saw and head trimmer that I put up a quick review of when I got it. And everybody's been asking, what's the battery life like? Well, I was using it today, and today I found out. So let me give you a quick look at the stuff that I've been cutting down today. This is the last thing I was trying to do. So let's give you a look at roughly how she works and what you can probably expect from a full charge. Mine come fresh off the battery charger, and I got to come out and started doing some cutting. So I was trying to top some of this tree here, try and let the sun come through. So the sun comes over from the back there, and in winter it doesn't get very high. So this tree actually keeps quite a bit of shade into the yard, blocks out the sun, which I prefer to actually get in here. I was in the process of just trying to top this big bastard here, and I actually ran out of battery. You can see I was working up in this area here, standing up in the tree using the ladder, and I got part way through a couple of branches there and she just died. It gave me a couple of warnings, probably about 3, where it just cut out, and I thought my hand had slipped off the trigger, and I kept going. It went for a few more rotations and then stopped again. So pressed the button on the battery and she let me know that she was dead. To give you an idea of the type of stuff you can manage, obviously if I took a cut out the bottom here, obviously if I had taken a cut out the back here, that would have been a lot cleaner, but I like to let these pivot, so I know they're going away from me, so I do that a little bit deliberately. It looks ugly in the tree, but it lets me, I guess, control where they're going. So that's probably, I don't know, 2.5, 3 inches maybe, and you can hear the weight that's in that. So don't be fooled though, don't think that was all I got up to. Let me take you up the front and show you where it started. Now, as I've mentioned, the back of the yard is got plenty of trees. We had a wattle or something, I don't know, bottle brush, that was going up towards the wires there, and I think you can see the amount of stuff that I took off that. None of that particularly big. There were a few larger bits that needed to be sorted out, but a lot of it was just taking off small cuts to let them drop, because I was working right near the power lines here coming in. They are shielded, but we still didn't want to touch them, so I had to, all safety measures there, just chop off the little bits, let them drop down, and then just little bit by little bit, so they weren't long enough to fall down and hit the power lines, keeping in mind that the mast that all this is on is aluminium as well, so that's certainly conductive. You can see all the stuff that I've taken down here. This was all just fresh today. Chopped up all this, so this was actually chopped down before, but just this small section here, but I broke all that up. I topped this, which was probably another 3 or 4 feet taller, but fairly small. And you can see all that in the back there. Just come down, there's where we tied it up. Just trim this one up, but that probably would have been better using the head trimmer. Now this one's a wattle or a bottle brush, I don't know, I'm not a tree guy. Trimmed all this back, a large one there, and lots of trimming. You can see lots of leftovers here, each of these were individual cuts, and plenty in the back there, so all that done as well. Some of the leftovers from that one there, and then while we were feeling pretty keen, I took the top off of this one here. There, just pretty much bringing everything down, trying to maximise the amount of sun. And again, some of these were pretty hefty sort of cuts, and then there's some vine coming in from the neighbour, so I just cut through that. If we get between the van and the van and the van, you'll see some pretty precision cutting here. There's quite a lot in there. There's going to need to be cut up before it goes anywhere, but you can see all of those. Save this cut here, cut there, top over there, and a bunch on the other side. That was all fresh cuttings today, and you can see the amount of stuff. And there's the caravan there. You can see the height of the stuff that we've knocked off. Had to get pretty tricky with that, dropping that down. You can see the stuff there. It's covering the the van, the deleker. So plenty of stuff, and obviously just trying to show you the size of these so you get an understanding of the, I guess, the diameter of the branch that was holding these up. And around to the back of the caravan, we took a few cuts here. 1, 2, 3, I think about 4 cuts there. Dropped them all straight down into here, and you'll see the amount of stuff that is just sitting here at the moment. Again, just to give you an idea of the diameter, probably, you know, a couple inches, 5 centimeters. This one here, about the same. And well, you can hear that. And then we also come in and top this one as well. These were pretty small, but it's more spindly sort of stuff, this one. But there's an awful lot of cuts, so you know, that one alone probably took 10 minutes just getting in situ and trying to trim her up. We knocked down all that stuff out the front. You know, the bottle brush, the wattle, whatever the case may be. Just topped all those other things. Just let the sun in. We still need to do the rest of this, but awful lot of stuff down there. Some of this one here. Hopefully there you go. You can see how much has come down there. And then we headed out around the back into the sun, and that's where the battery ran out. So it's probably about an hour. I'd say that was probably a good hour of usage that we got out of that, and certainly a significant amount of cutting for the average bloke who hasn't got as many trees in the backyard as I have. Look, I think yeah, I think it's a good spend. Like I said, I'm much more comfortable getting up into trees like this and using the extension mast rather than getting up there with even with a small chainsaw and wielding that around. So, and just recently I also topped those ones over the back there as well. So there you go. So that's it, guys. Somewhere in the vicinity of about an hour, and what have I done? Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, somewhere between 8 to 9 trees, or you know, 8 to 9 separate things that we've trimmed back today, and it's done real well. Alright, that's it, guys. Catch you on the next one.